Seems the routine is back in order of start the stream and immediately fiddle with the webcam. Moving the mic wire. I'm farting, for real, for real. I definitely got poop coming out of my asshole in a gassy form. Let me go to Blue Sky, also known as maybe the least funny website on the planet, but that's neither here nor there. Leon playing Strive, it's a good day. I have bad news for you. I think I'm on floor like 6. I've become Omega ass at this game, unsurprisingly, considering it's been like 3 years since I played it. But I played I think like an hour, 2 hours of Venom, just to see if I could stay sane while it says floor 10 up there, because I'm not fighting with the little fishes down in floor 6. That's stupid. But I played about an hour to 2 hours of this Venom, mostly because I've been trying to actually get videos done. And I wanted to make sure that I could at least stay sane while playing Guilty Gear enough that I could stream it. And it turns out I can't, but, you know, let's just turn the stream on anyway, you know? That's what I'm saying. It seems he's generally stayed the same. I have very defined sane, not what I am. I don't think I would say that he's stayed the same. I think getting rid of the teleport at least changes it a lot for me, because I like teleport gimmicks. And also, I think not being able to do ball set in the air massively changes the amount of... this is too much theory. I don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. I thought I broke my leg 5 days ago. We'll put this shit on Blue Sky. We'll put the link on Blue Sky, and then we'll have a discussion about how I'm almost dead. Leon, I give a shit. I like when you talk game design. Yeah, but also, I don't even know how to, like, navigate my way through Godot's UI. Do you really want to be taking game design discussion lectures from a guy who can't even load up Unity? Let's be real. There's talk in theory, and then there's like actually taking the discussion seriously. And based on my level of knowledge, you should do neither. As far as YouTubers go, the bar is not very high, don't worry about it. It is a little bit crazy how many people on YouTube will adamantly go out of their way to discuss how they are a genius, and the developers of the game that they just put 100 hours into don't deserve to eat food, when they haven't even considered the Unreal Engine isn't the reason that the game that they hate is completely serviceable. But they're gonna say it sucks, because of course they do. They're a YouTube game design critic. Of course everything sucks and everything was good in 1999. Back when they had a PlayStation and they wanted to go pro in professional male ballet, aka skateboarding. Anyway, let's not get the banter going too quickly, otherwise I'll gas myself out. Are you gonna run ranked, or is this labbing it first time? I'm just pushing the buttons. I'm here to push buttons and go, damn, this game isn't designed for a character that has to kill you in like 5 hits. This game is designed for Nagoriyuki and Soul Bad Guy, you know? Anyway. I don't know if that's true! I'm just saying words. Jesus, calm down. Fucking hell. I get it. You've played this game for 5 hours every single day since it came out, but also at the same time, you haven't enjoyed it since the second day that it came out. We get it! You know more about it than me. Fucking hell. Pray that you don't find a pot, dude. Okay, so I want to say about a year ago, I did try and play Guilty Gear Strive again. I think it was after the Jacko Player 1 Evo. And I did run into Potemkin, and I immediately put the game down. I think I also ran into an Elfelt and realized that I hate Elfelt with a passion, but also it was a skill issue. Let's be reasonable here. So it's like League? Absolutely. Thanks, Bez, for the sub. Appreciate it. You could just buy me a beer in real life next time you see me, Bez, instead of having to subscribe. It'd be a much better use of money instead of giving any money to Twitch, the American company. I'm just saying, I don't think I trust America right now. I did have somebody ask if I was gonna go to Combo Breaker in like a Discord, and I had to seriously sit there and morally question whether it's acceptable to travel to America right now. And I came to the answer of, yeah, it's probably fine, but also, I don't want to spend the money to go to America. You fucking crazy? If you're European and you are spending the money to go to America, and you have also not visited 3 countries in Europe, you are doing a spiritual crime to yourself. It is so incredibly cheap to travel around Europe if you're European that it is ridiculous that you would decide to go to America first. You have all of this culture, all of these different languages, all of the different types of people that get built from the language that you speak, which is incredibly interesting, and you want to go to the land of fucking hamburgers and donuts? You can walk into McDonald's and go, you can have that anywhere. I have that shit 50 meters from me. I was in Bulgaria recently. No, I shit myself in Bulgaria several years ago. That was 3 years ago. America has like 50 countries inside of it. Yeah, and we're going to New York. That's not reasonable. And also, it might have 50 countries inside of it, but it doesn't have like 50 countries with distinctly different history. It's got 50 countries, but all of them just about have like hamburgers and donuts as their main cultural connection point. 50 countries in the same culture. That I don't believe is true. Because I got like... So I went to Canada last year, and I went for a wedding, and there were some Americans at the wedding. And I did get adamantly lectured about how different states have their own distinct cultures. And so I would never deny that they're not culturally separate, or like distinct rather. But at the same time, you have Europe. We have like hundreds and hundreds of years of culture between like everything. You can go to one end of France and the other end of France, and they're basically different countries by themselves. I'm just saying, it's ridiculous. All right, I'm jumping. My ass is jumping. I'm in the jump dimension. I've got to say, one thing I don't think I'll ever fully get over is how it feels to do like a run jump in this game. In Exard, it feels so juicy. Like, you hit forward, you do a little jump, you're going a million miles an hour, both horizontally and vertically. In this game, you press like up forward, you might as well be in the same position that you started. It's miserable. And I understand that some characters like May in Exard also have that same problem. But holy shit. Forward in a game with a dash macro? No. Well, you gotta remember, I'm chill like that. 28-year-old man still presses forward like the old days. You get me? Anyway, like 5 days ago, I thought I broke my leg. I went to go skateboarding for the first time since... It must have been like pre-COVID, almost. No, it would have been the Skating Gamers video. And then the Skating Gamers video, I only like tried to skate again for like a week. And I decided I would like, I would take it light. Like, I'm aware I've gained a couple pounds since I was birthed on this planet, and not because I've just gotten taller. And so I was like, let's just take it light. I'm literally just going to go right around on the board and maybe pop an ollie or two. 5 minutes in, I go to do a nose manual, and I deck it immediately. Like, I have forgotten what it means to put weight in front of me, which is an important part of the story. And so, already, my palms are hurting, my head's a little bit like, holy shit, that's the first injury that you've sustained in, I don't know, about 3 years, because you live in a Western country, thankfully everything is very chill. And then, 5 minutes later, I'm like, fuck this shit, let's pop an ollie. And I make the biggest mistake of my life. If you've ever been skateboarding, and you tried to pop an ollie, here's some advice for you. Always if you're gonna put too much commitment into it, put too much commitment into it, and put your body weight forward. Because if you fall forward, at the very least, you're gonna break your wrists, You fall forward on your hands. It's fantastic, your bones break, but you get to walk home and you get to go, Mama, we need to go to the hospital. If you fall backwards, you are just in free fall. Your hands aren't gonna get behind you quick enough to save your life. You're lucky if you, destroy your legs. There's a good chance you break your skull. And for some of you, that might make you smarter, but for me, that would make me stupider. So, I go to pop an ollie, and I land the ollie. But the problem is, the board is going this way, and my center of mass is behind the deck. And so, I'm falling backwards, the deck is going forwards, and it spins me 90 degrees. Now I've got my fat fuck body weight that I've built up over years of working at McDonald's and then working at Pets at Home, where I've got a fucking Greg's 5 minutes walk away from me. Oh, and it's so cheap. I'm not gonna bring a packed lunch. Why would I bring a packed lunch? Fucking 3 years later, I'm bringing down fucking 100 kilograms onto the pavement exclusively on my left leg. I genuinely thought I was broken for a very long time. I sit there, I'm winded, I'm huffing and puffing, I'm thinking I could cry, but you know, I'm 28, I probably shouldn't. About 5 minutes later, I get up, I hobble home, I'm like, damn, this shit hurts, but yeah, I think it's fine. And then an hour goes by. I don't know what the human body does exactly when you do get injured, but brother, something wasn't right. As the time goes on, you go from, oh, a little ouchie, to, if I haven't, like, severed my spine, I would prefer to have severed my spine because the pain might be lower. It was abysmal. The worst pain I've ever had, and I couldn't go to sleep. I had a tournament the next day, so I took prescription drugs that I wasn't prescribed, which you shouldn't do, to kill the pain, and thankfully modern medicine go a little bit crazy. I woke up the next day, I was like, I'm not feeling hunky-dory, but I'm feeling pretty good. I went to that tournament, I went, Melee's kind of boring now. Finished the next day, my leg feels fantastic. Modern medicine go crazy. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, that's what I'm saying. Are you gonna press accept, brother? We got 3-bar connection and 30 milliseconds of, like, lag time. You can't be thinking this sincerely about if you're going to play this match or not. You're playing against a floor 7 Venom, and your entire ego lands on whether or not you make it to Celestial. Just press the button to go up to the next fucking game. You're going to win. Dumb motherfucker. You might be a nice guy. I probably shouldn't be saying this. Or a nice girl. Or a nice person. That's a search pretty hard for the word. I love when it's a nice stream instead of a strive stream. I've got an idea. I have a bit of a piece of shit right here. I have a little game right here that I purchased because this is gonna be the next video. And I was thinking maybe, just maybe, Pro Skater 5 might be a terrible video game, but it might be the perfect yap material. Because it's really bad. It's not too awful to take up all of your mind, but it's also, like, abysmal enough that you get to point and laugh at it every once in a while. What do you think of the Frontier universe, Leon? Guy who is fantastic at changing the subject. I think it's ridiculous. Last night, I was trying to figure out, because I was watching a Northern Lion stream. Highlight, obviously. I was trying to figure out if the atoms in Australia, who someone has, like, breathed and then carbon dioxided out, would eventually get around to England. And if within my lifetime, I realistically would have breathed, like, all of the air's oxygen. And so I'm Googling, how far does air travel from the UK to Australia? And I was just getting fed flight after flight after flight. I couldn't figure out how the fuck I was supposed to figure out the AI prompt engineer to give me the science. And it blew my mind that something as simple as how far does air travel gets misconstrued as you want to purchase. You want to do a purchase right now. Your bank account, you want to make it smaller. Google needs to have a scientist on the team to at least try to promote the human spirit. I'm here to learn about the way that the world works, the marble that we're on, and Google's like, no, you're here to learn about the economics of going to a country that is a 24-hour flight. You think I haven't already Googled this shit? I've already Googled everything that there is to do in the capitalist universe. I don't want to pull out the C word, but, you know, like, I couldn't find the word that I was really looking for. I already know that I don't like the majority of it. And also, I can't afford the majority of it. I'm trying to figure out how air works. It's ridiculous. You had to say oxygen? I did. And it was still giving me flights. Actually, that's a lie. When I typed in oxygen, it was like, hey, here's the human respiratory system. And I'm like, no, I want to learn about my fellow man, not my current man. I'm not a narcissist. Guy who goes to the GP and asks about the GP's body instead because he's afraid of being perceived as a narcissist. That's what I'm saying. Is that my favorite egg? Probably not. I'm kind of like larping being bald to the point where I'm pretty strongly considering growing it back out. Because I have to shave my head like once every 3 days, and my hairline is just too strong. So it just constantly looks like it kind of looks like I've got a buzz cut, but I'm also extremely aware of how English I look. Like if I was, let's say I had dementia or I was a different person. Let's say I was a different person because I don't exactly want to have dementia. Let's say I was a different person and you gave me like a row of bald men and I was one of them in it. And you said, which one of these are from England? I would pick me every single time. I am visually, not spiritually, visually, in part spiritually. I love me Greggs, love me steak bake, love me roast dinner, etc. I am the prototypical Brexit geezer. And that's a problem because when I walk down the street, one, people have stopped asking me if I have any like spare change, which I feel is a problem because maybe that means that people feel that I am unapproachable, which just isn't true. You can come up to me and be like, do you have any spare change? And I'll be like, brother, I'm just as poor as you right now. But you know, like, it's true. I wish it wasn't, but it's true. But also it means that like, I'm worried that I'll go into a pub one day and it's going to start kicking off and all the other bald racist men in the pub, all the bald racist men in the pub are going to start looking at me to be like, hey, back me up. And I'm like, brother, I'm not on your side. Maybe that's more a sign that I don't trust the world rather than anything else, if I'm being completely honest. But hey ho, give me a grab. I'm going to jab you and then you're going to give me a grab again. You motherfucking stupid game. Check this. Oh shit. Yeah, I know how to block a left-right mix-up. Welcome to having played games that aren't Guilty Gear Strive. I still go in pubs? Of course I go in pubs. What do you mean? Look, okay. For as much as English culture is pretty bad, let's be completely reasonable here. I hope that's not a controversial opinion. And quite frankly, I wouldn't imagine that it is. There are a lot of bad aspects of English culture, but the pub can be good. Now, I'm not saying that it's an intrinsic good. At the tournament in Stoke that I went to this weekend, we got to the pub. It was a Wetherspoons. Different than a pub, but, you know, colloquially the same. Went to the Wetherspoons. It's 10 a.m. It's time for breakfast and a coffee. Now, 99% of the patrons, they were there for breakfast and a coffee. They were upstanding people. There was one lad there, I've got to say he was about like 60 or something. He sat there with a Stella in hand. That's a little bit nuts. That's pretty bad. That's a sign of a problem. Turns out, my mate went up to the bar as the guy went up to the bar at the same time. This is 10 a.m. He said, can I have another? This was his second of the day. We had only just observed him. This could be more than his second. This could be his third. Stella is a flag. Stella is a flag. Stella's a massive flag. I don't trust anyone that likes Stella. I also don't trust anyone that like drinks in the house at this point, but hey ho, that's my own trauma for a different trauma dump. Amazing human behavior. Truly the beast in his natural cage. The cage being his own mind and construct. I don't like the change that they made to Carcass Raid, I'll be honest. But also the fact that there's no, what's the thing? It's the move that's basically useless where Venom like twirls the stick and he goes forward. I miss that they got rid of that. I know it was useless. Well, not useless, literally, but like it was spiritually useless. But it was fun. Doublehead Morbid, yeah. I also greatly missed that they got rid of the teleport. Somebody, maybe half an hour ago, asked how I feel about getting rid of the teleport. It makes me incredibly sad. Games need more fun, useless moves. I have a great game recommendation for you. It's called Tekken, and if you're looking for useless people, maybe League of Legends. It's just so easy. It's just so easy. Dude. I need you to know there's still a pain in my soul whenever I hit 2K and then I go to hit close slash. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do it. You can't do 2K fucking close slash in this game. And it still makes me sad. When's the Venom video essay? Never. I went through and I planned the rest of the videos this year at some point last month. I think I have one fighting game video this year. And lo and behold, it's Tekken again. You gotta win or pop super. I want to see Robo-Kai. Can I be completely honest? I don't know why people are so obsessed with Robo-Kai. Is this like a lorehead thing? Because I saw people were like, holy shit, Robo-Kai in the trailer, let's go. But I'm like, brother, he's not even a real character. He's a robot. You all hate AI so much. And yet you're willing to go, give me the robot? Are you fucking stupid? Funny robot, what's to get? I don't care. ChatGPT can tell me a joke, but I'm still going to be like, shit, this is ChatGPT. There's no soul. I don't know, he's my main in plus R. You get an exemption. You get an exemption because you played plus R enough to know that you probably don't like plus R. And that isn't a shot of plus R. That's me saying that I think a lot of people really like the ideas of plus R, but then kind of crash out because there's no buffer. I like that game. I don't care that there's no buffer. But let's be honest, a lot of people, when rollback dropped, they went, holy shit, a new Guilty Gear, and then realized, oh fuck, it's actually like really kind of hard as fuck to control. I think I'm out. And there's no problem with that. I just like Robokai's voice. I'm still judging you. I'm not judging you that harshly. We can still be friends. I will just go, I don't get it. Except we can't be friends because I'm the streamer and you're the viewer. Least scared of being perceived as a parasocial guy. I don't know. Just put the buttons on the Guilty Gear Strive. Whatever. I crashed out because Zappa and Biken exist. I get crashing out because Zappa exists, because Biken exists. Biken exists in Xrd as well. Come on now. And I understand that there's levels to it, but like, really? Oh, well, it's too late. I'm imagining you as my best friend. Fuck. You know, when your best friend says, drop a quick $5, most of the time, my best friend, I would. Depends on you. Bro, you're actually holding the mix from Amelia. Are you telling me that you don't need to look at the screen to block it? I have good fucking news. All Amelia players are the exact same. They're gonna do cross up overhead, and then they're going to do, if that doesn't work, then they do cross up, well, they switch sides, and then they do the low, and then if that doesn't work, they do same side high. Welcome to the Milia flowchart. It doesn't change. And then you're going to play against a really good Milia, and you're going to go, why did that work there, but it didn't work anywhere else? And the answer is, Jesus took the wheel. Nobody really knows. Milia players don't look at the screen either. I mean, to be fair, I was playing Milia, like, after the Strive video came out. The very few bits of Strive that I did play was with Milia. If you're thinking your opponent isn't, that's fucking, that goes crazy. That's a bar. Also, I don't know if anyone else feels this way. This might be cope. I'm willing to accept that it is. It does feel like ball set is really, really slow. Not like the ball when it comes out, like when you hit it with like P or whatever. I mean like, to go from the start of the animation to the end of the animation. It's like, it feels like you just can't do it in neutral. It feels like you're not supposed to use ball set if you don't have Oki. That's what I'm saying. But I want to use it anyway. Like, I think it'd be bussin'. Oh. I missed when there was teleport. My brain went, you're going to teleport here. And then it didn't teleport. Why did that not work? I'm thinking too much. This is Guilty Gear. Just, like, press the buttons. Now you know how chip players feel. I've played Guilty Gear for a while. I've always known how chip players feel. They feel stupid, because they are. Anyway, on to the next joke. Ball set should be, like, slightly faster, and then I'd main Venom. I have good news for you. There's multiple video games that Venom exists in, and you could play one of them. You feel like you can't, because it's not the current generation version of the mainline title. But you can. It's true. It's hard to believe, but it is true. I need to stop doing that shit. They are just jumping their damn head off. It's not fun getting your ass whooped. This is true. I'll give you that. But also at the same time, I need to like pull out as much propaganda for my game as I can. And so I'm going to tell you that you're stupid, and that's a part of the fun. Even though I would agree with you under most circumstances, but here, no. My game's goated, your game sucks dick, etc, etc. I'm the one on the screen, so... Dent check? Oh, fuck, no. It's kind of like flat. I kind of got that Minecraft going on. Ah, shit. Don't do that again. Like, sanded flat? Fuck, no. Oh. My aura, dude. Hey, yo, shout out to the PP, man. Don't shout him out. He's playing Ram. We're playing Guilty Gear Strive. There is no character where you would go, this character isn't degenerate. Remember when Gold Lewis came out and everyone went, damn, Gold Lewis kind of assed? And if you're going, I don't remember that, it's like, well, I'm just kind of LARPing, to be honest. I kind of stopped playing when Gold Lewis came out. We love Ram? No, we don't. Don't do that. Just because you like the dog doesn't mean that you like Ram. You like the dog. You could have given the dog to any character and you'd be going, holy shit, they're the GOAT. Shades of being able to teleport to my undeployed ball. Who is this we? The person that I made up in my head. What do you mean? Of course it's the person that I made up in my head. I'm the one streaming. It's basically an occupation that requires you to pretend that people care. Testament is fair and honest. I mean, I'll be honest. Let me be honest. If you're having like a discussion of like this character is fair and honest, this character isn't, like, and I'm also doing this, your brain's kind of cooked already. You realistically could have spent the time that you had going, this character is busted, they need an earth, Harada deserves to be shot in the street, etc., something, the Tekken patch is terrible. You could have spent that time, like, reading 10 pages of a book. And let's be completely honest, if you're complaining about video game patches and characters, if you read 10 pages of a book, it would be almost an entire year's worth of cultural experience right there. Not for most people, but for us, absolutely. Goated book recommendation. I'm reading Norwegian Wood right now, and it's incredibly horny. I was on the train reading it, and there was like, I got to like page 170, and I went, this one's not going in right now, just in case someone is looking over the corner of my shoulder and going, this guy's reading porn on the train? And it's like, no, it's Kino, I promise. I play BB tag, do you think that I can read? If I'm being honest, no. Did you pop a stunner on the train? No, of course I didn't. Fucking hell. I popped an anxiety on the train because the train conductor or whoever collects the tickets came round and I didn't have a ticket for the train. I was just on it because I was like, well, I've already paid for a ticket for a different train, and so I feel like I'm deserving of being able to get on any train. He didn't see it that way, obviously. It's his job to not see it that way. I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming the system. I hate to say this, but yeah, the necessity of reading and playing music kind of makes me play less competitive games because it's a time sink. I mean, okay. Look, I think video games are cool. For as much as I'm like, oh, like, something, the gamers are ruining my life because I said that a video game is bad. I think video games are cool, but let's be completely honest, they don't help you socially that much. They can, you know, if you go to tournaments every weekend or like every other weekend, they can be pretty good for a social life. They can make you feel more connected to your fellow man. But if you wanted to speedrun feeling close to other people, you'd hop on Netflix and watch 8 episodes of whatever people are saying is really good right now. I hate to shatter anyone's potential illusion that one day being really good at Guilty Gear Strive in 2025 might make them socially accepted in the year 2026. Hop into the jerkmate ranked lobby. Okay, brother. See me on Babe Station. Don't see me on Babe Station. But, you know, you're telling me that playing Rumblefish won't help my LinkedIn profile? I mean, let's be honest. It's LinkedIn. It might. LinkedIn is just ranked for workaholics. Let's be honest. That's a real thing? Why do you know that's a real thing? Why do you know that jerkmate ranked is a real thing? Are you a gooner? Do we need to have a discussion? Is this like are we gonna have an enlightening discussion? No gooners allowed, we support Chelsea. Don't do that. I understand that I'm English, but the football talk is not gonna, it's not gonna slide. I don't know what you're talking about, and you don't know what I'm talking about. Is baseball welcome here? No sports are welcome here. Look, I go onto Instagram and it's like, hey, you love skateboarding, right? We could try and have a discussion about skateboarding, but one, it's not a sport, it's more creative expression. And two, I don't really pay attention to things like that. Did you hear about the Skate 5 news? Skate 4 news? I've been playing the Skate 4 news. Skateboarding is art? I wouldn't go that far. I would say skateboards are art, like the decks and trucks and wheels. I wouldn't say skateboarding is art. That's like saying going to the gym is art. But then again, actually, Would you consider figure skating art? I wouldn't, personally. No? Is that my internet or is that your internet? So long, Bowser. It's the servers. Does that mean everyone's out? Does that mean that I can reasonably switch game? Hop on Xrd? I reasonably thought I should put Xrd on in the background and then just tab out whenever anyone starts typing shit. But then I realized, you really think that like people actually give a shit in your chat? You're one of the bold streamers that likes to yap. Nobody's watching to actually like look at the screen. G Travel in the chat typed, so how much did they butcher the character? And then that's not the problem here. I'll answer the question. It's alright. I don't like that they got rid of teleport, but you know, it's fine. The egregious part is that they added Kappa at the end of it. Is this fucking like 2010? What the fuck are you putting Kappa in the chat for? I like Kappa, it's simple. I mean, yeah, that's fair, but come on, have some decorum. You're scaring the hoes. I thought they removed Kappa. What did Kappa do? What the hell? Oh. Kappa took away this guy's controller? Where the hose at? Okay, come on now. Let's not ask questions that I don't want to know the answer to. I will say the only other thing that really annoys me about what they did to Venom is that they got rid of ball set in the air. Just because for me, it is so built into my DNA to use ball set to stall. Like to mix up my landing timing. And the fact that I can't do that anymore breaks my brain substantially. Kappa killed my grandma. It would be insane if, like, that was real. Anyone in the chat know anyone in their personal lives that has been murdered? This is the start of a really bad tangent that is also a trauma dump, so let's stop doing that. What do you guys prefer? Knives or forks? Fuck. Streamer tries to keep it together while he has a conversation with himself. In parentheses, he is losing it. Sporks are where it's at. Sporks aren't where it's at. Grow up. You have, well, statistically speaking, you probably have 2 hands. Use both of them. What food could you possibly be eating that actually requires you to have both the flexibility of a spoon and a fork in your hand right then and there at that moment? I need to know. There's no purpose for it. And don't give me the answer of chunky soup. We're all thinking it. We all already know that. We've already ran the line of thought. I need a better answer. One edge case of a dish isn't justification for the utensil choice of a 4-year-old. MRE rations? What is MRE? Meal ready to eat. Okay, well, apparently everyone else in the chat knows, and my ass is too stupid to identify a 3-letter acronym. Oh, so long, Bowser? I didn't serve? I don't think I could serve, like, realistically. You're making me think about the damn video game with the fucking didn't serve Leon gulp emote. Guy who wants to be the funniest person in the room when someone else who's funnier shows up to the room. Well, I guess I'm just not going to say anything. Panty and Stocking Season 2 this July, by the way. I liked Panty and Stocking when I watched it, but also, I don't think I can, like, take much more aura loss. Like, my job is already a fake job. And I'm a bald man at the age of 28 who still lives with his parents. I think it's probably going to be pretty good. Let's be reasonable. I'm not saying that the media sucks or that you're not allowed to enjoy it. But me, personally, I don't think I can. I don't think I can do it. I can't hack it. How's the job search going? Well, I'm going to have to learn how to drive. Also, I can't drive. I'm going to have to learn how to drive because all of the jobs that I've applied for in my area didn't even, like, call me back. It's pretty miserable. I feel like so on my CV, I don't put influencer because that's a death sentence. Let's be completely honest. But I have freelance video editor on my CV. And I think that the combination of like 4 years of retail and then 4 years of video editing work just kind of makes me like impossible to hire. Social media manager. Yeah, but I can't say that either because I've never looked at Excel. Because if you're looking, like whenever I apply to a retail job, I'm imagining that they're looking at my CV and going, this guy is looking to work here for 3 months and then fuck off. And the answer is you're right. And then whenever I go to apply for like an actual editing job, I'm pretty sure they look at that and they go, This guy is trying to hide the fact that he's an influencer. Fuck off. And they're both right. And so I think right now I need to, like, master the craft of lying on your CV. I need to say that, like, I was a, I don't know, like a cartel manager or some shit. I don't know. I don't feel like that would help much, but it might help a little bit. I hope you have a good rest of the Venom stream. I have to lie down. I've killed a chatter. This happens from time to time. Are you having fun playing with balls today? How many times has that joke been made in the last, like, 24 hours? There must be, like, a substantial, like, increase. If we took like a Google Trends feed of the playing with balls humor, it must have like quadrupled. Mods, blacklist balls. You will learn the new character in the Zato Blender and you will like it. Well, I'm kind of forced to, let's be honest. When's the Roblox Battleground stream? Never. I do feel like with so many real games that are free now, mind you, I do feel like playing Roblox versions of other games is a little bit, it's not degenerate, but it is like harmful to the human spirit. Like you should probably put that time into a game that might generate some revenue for someone who's doing this for a job instead of like a 10-year-old who is gonna eventually decide that video games are stupid and go and do a software engineering degree anyway. I like bullying 10-year-olds, but you're not bullying 10-year-olds, you're supporting 10-year-olds. Thoughts on Rivals of Aether 2? I'll be honest, I think Rivals 2 is an incredible game, but I had a crash out that made me so incredibly mad that it made me kind of realize that, like, maybe this isn't your game, brother. Like, you're getting salty enough to almost throw your controller in, like, silver. Like, you need to put the fucking game down. You could be like, oh, but, like, you're salty because you're bad. So, just, like, play more, and eventually you'll not be salty. But at the same time, I'm like, do I really need another video game in my life that I need to, like, get good at before I'm not, like, piss shit mad, when I could just, you know, go and read a book? You know, you, like, Murakami is just out there waiting to be read. Well, I guess he's waiting to be rode as well, based on how damn horny his books are, but I don't know why, but that game just induced so much salt in me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I know where mine comes from. Mine comes from the fact that I played Melee for a long time, and so in my head I'm like, I should be better at this game than I am. That was pissing me off. But also, I'm not willing to play enough of it to find out if that was the case. Please tell me that you didn't read Murakami on the bus. It was on the train, brother. But yes, I did. I'll risk it. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. I won't risk it for very long. Like, if it starts getting, like, woo, then I'm closing the page and I'm going, I wonder what Instagram's saying. But I'll at least give it a try. Do you like Venom's fit? Of course I do. I did look at myself in the mirror the other day, and I thought, brother, you dress like Krusty the Clown. Like, it's really bad. Because my mate got a job recently for the first time in a while. We love Cal. Congratulations for him. And he came into the Airbnb that we had, and he was dripped out of his goddamn mind. I was like, bro, this guy looked like Mac DeMarco. Like, he's got that nice, like, kind of casual fit, but also it's hella stylish. And I was a little bit jealous. And then I looked down at myself, and I'm wearing bright pink jogging bottoms and a purple hoodie, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, if you don't need to, like, put in more effort, you just need to go, holy shit, you look like a sunflower right now. Maybe stop wearing so many damn bright colors. You got the Calio color scheme going on? I'll tell you, on that day I had the fucking alt color 7 color scheme going on. It was not good. I looked like a goddamn premium Counter-Strike skin. All the colors are really egregious, but they don't match, but because of that, you stand out a lot, and so the skin's really expensive. The bro is dressing up like a Yoshimitsu Tekken 8 outfit. It's true! I googled Murakami. The first 3 images are the author, and the 4th is a YouTube thumbnail saying, I tweaked her nipples like adjusting a radio dial. Okay. That's just kind of what Murakami is like sometimes, but, you know, like, that doesn't mean it can't be keto. If you look at that and you go, like, it can't be anything but garbage, do you dislike the substance because Demi Moore is naked in it at one point? Come on now. What books is he known for? It's, like, kind of like coming-of-age style stuff for the most part, but he's pretty flexible in terms of, like, what genres he goes for. Read The Bird's Wind-Up Chronicles. Are we turning this into, like, a book club? I don't know if I should be the arbiter of starting the fighting game book club. But I mean, fuck it. If that's what it takes to get a bit of culture going, then fuck it. Someone's gotta be it. I'll do it. Am I liking it? The Murakami? Yeah, I'm liking it for the most part. I think like the majority of Murakami's books, it can be like a little bit slow going at times, but also that's kind of what I like. I went to read This Is How You Lose the Time War, and it's so fast paced that my brain like couldn't handle it. It truly made me realize that like video games are basically books, in that one, reading a lot of them makes you interesting to an extremely small subset of people, and also like you kind of need to get good at reading. You can have a Dark Souls of books. I don't mean that to be like, holy fuck, FromSoft mentioned Epic, I love Reddit. But I mean, the like levels of comprehension to it mean that some books that you might really enjoy are ones that are just out of your wheelhouse until you've read like 100 more books. It's fucked up. How many Murakami books have you delved into? Including Norwegian Wood, only 3. I'm like LARPing as a reader right now. Visual novels are closer to books, really? No, they're not. They're close to fan fiction. Let's be honest. Okay, this is also coming from someone who hasn't played through a visual novel. I simply do not believe that visual novels are anything but very long fan fiction that you pay for. Like, it's not Higurashi. Well, Higurashi is also a visual novel. But Higurashi is like, it's kind of trash. If you put Higurashi up to any book, it's going to get mogged. And if you're telling me that, oh no, it doesn't get mogged, I just don't think that you've read a book. You know? like a book? No, because it's not like a book. A book is art. We need to make a delineation here. Books are an artistic medium. Fan fiction is the process in which you take a thing that you already like and you go, let's make some more of it. And those are two very distinctly different mediums of text. One of them is a piece of media that you need to already know the surrounding media to enjoy. The other one is media for the sake of itself. What the fuck are you talking about? Bribble, if you ingest the words instead of going, why isn't the streamer talking about why he didn't take ZZ Rock Portal at 20 minutes, maybe you know what I was talking about. Not to shoot down at you personally, more just to shoot down at, I don't know, a decoded state of mind, perhaps. Fanfiction is art, just largely uninspired and of poor quality. This is true. I wouldn't argue that you're wrong, but like, if you came up to me and said like, hey, this book is kind of dog shit, you should read it because it's funny, I would be like, okay, let's read that book. If you said this fanfiction is really funny because it's dog shit, I would go, no thanks. Because I probably don't know the surrounding media that makes it funny, you know? A lot of great writers began with fan fiction. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy fan fiction. I'm just saying that I'm not going to spend my time on it. But not all visual novels are fan fiction. I know not all visual novels are fan fiction. I just know that visual novels are kind of dog shit. Well, I don't know. I just assume. Which maybe is worse, but, you know, it's my life. Fair but lame. This is true. This is true. Oh yeah, Leon is back in his element. Leon is once again arguing with chat over a perspective in which he is wrong. Is that what you meant to say? Because it's true, but it is mean. Leon Massey booktuber arc. I was genuinely considering doing like a books that I've read on the second channel. But then I realized, like, what am I going to say? I'm going to say this book was really good. Also, I've read 2 books. My issue with visual novels is that most of them are based around wish fulfillment. I mean, that's just like a lot of, no offense, but a lot of like media aimed at teenagers. Let's be honest. Like, there are dog shit anime out there, and most of them are aimed at teenagers. The moment that you go, like, here's an animated show, it's meant to, you know, just kind of be for whoever wants to watch it, normally it's pretty good. If it's like, here's a show, it's meant for teenagers, it's dog shit. Let's be honest. Solo leveling fans getting mad the guy cried or something. Okay, like, first of all, I don't know what that means, but the moment that you say the word solo leveling, I just get the idea that this is another isekai piece of garbage, politely. I think solo leveling is pretty good. Have you watched The Substance? Have you watched Perfect Days? You know cinema? I do feel... Have you watched Drive My Car? You should watch Drive My Car. I think Drive My Car is fucking great. I do think that even the best anime kind of don't hold a candle to above average cinema. And so maybe we should dabble. And this isn't me just taking a shot at you as well. This is also me taking a shot at myself. I've watched like 3 films in the last 6 months. I only watched The Matrix last year. Have I ever watched anything from Satoshi Kon? He's the guy that made Perfect Blue? Am I correct in thinking that? Anime films don't count, by the way. Anime films can be high-key cinema, but also because they are restricted by the hour-and-a-half limit. Well, not limit, but, you know. They exist beyond the restrictions or power fantasy of most anime, and so they are good for it. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. Bye-bye. It's unfair to compare anime series to a movie, though. Yes, in terms of production, but I think no in terms of spirit. Like, the script, mostly the script, to be honest, and the story, they are not inherently limited by being on television, but often are. How about comics? Have I read any of those lately? Fuck no. Including manga as well. Not even like, are we gonna get like that specific over this shit? I'm just not trying to read comic books. I've already got like enough shit that I'm not familiar with that I need to like add another piece of media that is going to disconnect me from the human spirit. Have I watched Legend of the Galactic Heroes? No, but it's on archive.org for free, and so I really should, because I've heard that it's incredible. Since when were you bald? If I could strangle the life out of you, I would. No offense, but I would. Are you liking Venom so far? Yes. With the very, very, very big asterisk that, like, for as much as I think Venom is cool, and I do think he's cool, I don't think I like the game still, you know? And that's not me trying to be a hater. I understand. Let people enjoy things, etc., etc. But I do think he's in a game that I don't ultimately enjoy. And so, don't shoot me. You're allowed to not like things. I am, but, like, also at the same time, like, some people get upset when I don't like things. And so I'm like, fuck, I don't want to, like, upset people. And if you're saying, well, that's their problem, this is literally true, but, like, spiritually, I want to help my fellow man, you know? And by helping my fellow man, I mean, try not to make them miserable. What's upsetting is you putting someone else's passion as not valid enough. If this is about, like, visual novels, it's like, it's not, I wasn't being, like, that serious. It was more like a play it up for the stream aspect, you know? Like, 99% of the time that someone on the internet who's like, fuck, I need to yap my head off, is saying shit, like, they don't actually think that strongly about the thing that they're yapping their head off about. People that are, like, reviewers, for video games especially, it's like, they can't actually give a shit about all the video games that they say they love or hate, but if they don't love or hate it, then nobody watches, and so they go, fuck, well, I guess I have to say this 7 out of 10 is a 10 out of 10, and that this 5 out of 10 is a 0 out of 10. It's all a classic case of hyperbole that is ultimately driven by finance. Maybe that's a bit too real, but, you know. The disinterested video game nerd, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is kind of me, to be fair. I've been looking through my Steam library, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to play any of this. All of this is kind of boring as hell. How many gift subs to grow out the horseshoe? It's not a horseshoe. For one, the problem is, and I think I started the stream with this, I'm bald larping, and so the moment that, like, I let my hair grow out for like 3 days, it's like, brother, you're starting to have like luscious locks. And for most people, they're going, that's crazy. Why would you ever want to get rid of that? For me, I'm like, fuck, if I don't keep up, I'm gonna have to go to the barbers and have the most racist conversation I've had in like 2 years. A larping count starting now. What can I say? I'm a real larper. I got no real interests. This is adjacent to trauma dump, but it's also like guy who's being hyperbolic about being a boring guy, but is actually just like looking for something to say. Did I forget what tangent I was going on? Absolutely. I'm LARPing someone who doesn't have dementia. What's the LARP count now? Like 5? Something like that. LARPing as a bald man and a pool player. I would never do that. I would never LARP as a pool player. Mostly because, like, pool, I feel like there's a lot of sports that would be interesting if they just took themselves a little bit less seriously. Like, pool is a fine game, but the fact that everyone has to show up to the events in a full suit? Like, brother, this is a game that most people play 4 beers deep. And you want me to wear a suit and tie and pretend that I'm at a job interview? Fuck no, I'm trying to hit the balls. I thought you were dead. Something, I am emotionally. Anyway, enough about when I worked at McDonald's. Bazinga. I don't know. Bro, your ass? Brother, I'm trying to think about what words to say. I'm not trying to think about what video game I'm playing. Regardless of whether I win or lose, the conversation comes out anyway. So why would I put focus into the video game? Cut the mic and lock in? No! The video game is just the Subway Surfers in the corner of TikTok. It's true! NL would do both. I'm not NL. NL also has a child. I haven't had a girlfriend in like 4 years. Why am I like constantly at the brink of a trauma dump this entire stream? What the hell's going on? Are you guys doing this to me? You need to like get real, all of you. Every single one of you. Go and get a job. Go and sign up. Go and apply for a job right now. Oh, I can't. The only job near me is McDonald's. Go and do McDonald's for a bit. Judging by how distracted the chat is, I would assume that they're not here for the gameplay. Yeah, but there's always like a guy that comes in every 10 minutes who's like, what do you think of the new Venom? And it's like, the answer is going to be the same. It's like, I don't know. He's the GOAT. 90 minutes of striving to crash out. True combo. It's true. I thought for a minute the gameplay was pre-recorded. I have good news for you. I've already run that bit. I ran that bit like 2 years ago, and I think about doing it like every other week. No, he's just this bad. Damn, that's crazy. It's true, but like, you don't need to say it. What the hell? I got the camera on and everything. You could have made it so that I was like crying just now. There's no need to say that. Strive is basically an invitation to trauma dump. It's true. I'm trying to get this guy to comment about the Frontier universe, and I'm done. What is the Frontier universe? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure I do, actually. I bet if you, like, described it to me, my brain would go, yeah, I know what the fuck you're talking about. You think I'm a LARPer? But in this position, I'm absolutely a LARPer. The Titanfall and Apex shit. Wait, what? Is that Titanfall Apex news? Titanfall 3 was announced 30 seconds ago. You know what was announced before the stream went live? What's his name? Lagiocrakus in the new Monster Hunter. I saw it and I immediately went, Super Rad is very happy right now. You know what I did yesterday? I played Xrd with Super Rad. You wanna know what the score was? It was like 2-14. I kicked the shit out of him. Laggy or what now? Lagiocrakus, the fucking big water snake from 3. You know what? Banjo-Kazooie? You know what I'm fucking saying. Why is everyone making fun of Lagiocrakus or whatever, however the fuck you pronounce his name? It's words on a screen, and the English language is a stupid language. You can't sit here and be like, why is this pronunciation so bad? I haven't watched like 1,000 video essays about the secret monster in Monster Hunter that you've never heard of, that you've absolutely fucking heard of. Doesn't mean that my pronunciation of a made-up word should be scrutinized so damn heavily. Leon moved to Portugal. I will move to Portugal. Will you play Xrd against me? Yeah, probably. Like, let's be honest. If you're playing Xrd, I'm probably already playing against you. You are, you don't know, like, how heavy the grind is if you don't think that I'm hopping into North Mexico lobbies at 4 in the morning. I almost lost the dyslexia 50-50. It's true. What do you do against God Impact in this game? Is that like actually like something you're supposed to do, or are you just like supposed to eat it? You shit yourself? I've done it before. I've done it in my own home as well. There's more than just the Bulgaria story. I had norovirus a year ago, I want to say. It would have been the start of last year. And this isn't new law, this is old law. I had norovirus about a year ago. And I was like, fuck, I'm gonna poo. And then I got up to go poo. I'd already pooed. Trauma dumping? I'm shitting myself. I'm not trauma dumping. These are two different things. You haven't had real struggle in your life if you think that shitting your pants is a trauma dump. Now, shitting your pants in public, that's a trauma dump. That's my mother coming into the room as I'm talking about shitting myself from norovirus, which I did a year ago. Giggling her damn head off. Next level NL imposter. That's what I'm saying. Look, I don't intend to off the stream, but I do almost live my life like a B-Tech Northern Lion. I look at the bike every single day, not the Peloton, the actual bike. And I go, I should really get on that shit. And then I get on top of it, and the bike, like, tire pressure is low. And I go, I forgot about that. And I don't ride the bike. Bike like a motorcycle or a bicycle? Bicycle, obviously. I don't have a driving license. You really think I'm going to get on a motorbike? My summarized thoughts on Venom are... He's pretty cool. I think we call it there. Bye-bye. Explosion, etc., etc.